I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Everybody has a mantra, like a modus operandi, a method of working, sort of a way they do things. And those of you who know me and have ever met me or heard me say anything know that I'm a lot of things, but one of the few things that I am not is short of words. I always have something to say. I think a lot of people are like, Jesus, what the fuck is this guy going to say from his stupid soapbox today? So yeah, I often have a lot to say. I'm very vocal. Those who know me know that my life's mantra is live your life out loud. And I am loud. But I woke up today and I couldn't breathe. I opened my mouth and I couldn't find the right words to string together to write on a page. For the first time in my life, I'm actually at a loss for words. It is a very scary time to be anything other than a white man in this world today. It is a frightening time to be a woman. It is a frightening time to be genderqueer. It's a frightening time to be black. It's a frightening time to be biracial. It's a frightening time to be anything different right now. And that's very sad. Very, very sad. I had a conversation yesterday. I don't even know if I can call that a conversation. But anyways, I had a conversation yesterday with a friend who is also a sworn peace officer for Canadian Border Services Agency. And the young woman actually said to me, "You're bitching about not being able to wash the black off, yet you were able to get such a high education." That's actually the most fucking racist thing anybody's ever said to me. What she basically said to me is, "We let you go to school, what the fuck else do you want?" And she then turned around and went, "I'm not racist and I don't believe in discrimination, thank you, so don't frame me that way." And she actually believed it. Like, this is the world that we are living in right now. These are very dangerous times. Like I said, everyone has a mantra, right? So everyone who knows me knows that my mantra is live your life out loud, right? And I'm kind of, a crusader for social justice. I've always been that way. I was always the kid in class who wanted to stand up and pick a fight with the teacher for shit that didn't have anything to do with me. But I knew that it was wrong. It's just who I am. It's always been who I am. And I always felt shortchanged. Always felt like, shit, man, like, I was born in the wrong decade, like, I wish I would have been there for that. I wish, I was meant to be born in that time. I'm that kind of a person, like Mamiya and the Black Panthers and Gloria Steinem and, the Million Man March and, those people were doing good work. Man, I wish I was there to see it all. I wish I could have been a part of that. I wish they were doing something that mattered. I now find myself right in the middle of, a very similar situation, and I realize I don't want this. This is horrible. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. I think, racism is a funny thing. And in that same conversation with the young lady yesterday, the Border Services Agency officer, she said to me, "You live in the greatest country in the world where we accept everybody, yet you're still bitching." Well, there's two parts to that I'd like to address. One, I'm still black. And I still am a citizen of the world. So the fact that I live in Canada doesn't negate the fact. Like, I don't get to just close my eyes. And that's a function of her white privilege, that the fact that she can just decide to turn it off. You know what? I don't really feel like addressing racism, so I'm just going to pretend like it's not there, and I live in Canada, so who cares? So I obviously can't do that. And, sort of the flip side of that coin is, yeah, we live in the greatest country in the world. But let me tell you how fast that can be flipped on its ear. It's only a great country so long as we continue to fight for what we believe in. Turning a blind eye makes us just as shitty as all the racist people. So I think really what this is a call to action for all of my friends everywhere. We live in a world of unbelievable choice. We have an unbelievable amount of choice every day. We can wake up and we can turn on one of 3,000 television channels that the satellite from space beams into our TV. We can choose to, read the news from 8,000 different websites, all with different political bends and stripes and spins on things. We can choose to spend our money wherever we want. We can choose to live wherever we want in the world. We are inundated with choice. We live in a world filled with choice, and that is a great thing. But this call to action is not a choice. There is a thing in this world called duty. We all have a duty to say something. When you see something that is wrong, say something. If it's a comment on Facebook from a friend who's been your friend for 20 years and you read it and you think, man, that is a really racist comment, it is your duty to say something. You have to. This is never going to change if we don't say something. All of us. And, there are a lot of apologists and, people who go, well, no, not all police officers are bad police officers. Not all police officers are racist. No, you're right. Not all black people are criminals. But unfortunately, I have to learn how to navigate through that stereotype every day because I don't have a choice. I have to learn how to deal with that because I don't have a choice. So now that the entire world thinks all police officers are racist, well, maybe that will force you to make a conscious effort not to be racist every day. And if that's the outcome, well, then I can't really be mad at that. I'm sorry, I can't. And, there are a lot of people who, oh, you're playing the race card and this, that, and the other, and not everyone is racist, and I want to take a moment to explain to you what the very nature of systemic and institutionalized racism means. It means that it is part of the system. And we are all members of that system. Black, white, yellow, purple, blue, green. So whether you like it or not, we're actually all racist. All of us. Even myself. I wake up every day and when I walk into my closet to get dressed, I have to actually think to myself, I would love to wear that hoodie with that fitted baseball cap and those running shoes, but I want the world to take me seriously and not think that I'm a thug trying to steal shit. So let me put on this button-down shirt and these pair of jeans and some nice loafers. That's a form of racism. It's a form of internalized racism. I am racist myself. I grew up with white parents in a Jewish household in Forest Hill. I know that even as a person of color, I am racist. It's internalized. It is part of me. I can't help it. But what I can do is make a conscious effort to not be that way every single day. It is my duty. It is my duty. So when I see something that is wrong, whether it is a Facebook status, whether it's somebody walking down the street saying something, whether it's police officers harassing a homeless person, whatever it is, I know that it is my duty to say something and do something because it is part of my own self-worth. And my own self-work. It is part of my own self-actualization. It's what I need to do to get to the person that I want to be. And it's a duty we all have. We don't get to just walk away. The world is literally on fire. It's actually burning. And you know, there are a lot of people who call for peace. And I'm not calling for peace because I think that's bullshit. And there are a lot of people who go, you know, well, you're looting and rioting and, you know, you're feeding into the stereotype and you're doing exactly what they want you to do and you should be calm and peaceful and go through the legal recourse. And 500 years, the system has yet to work in our favor. You're asking us to go to the exact same system that's filled with systemic racism, that we know is filled with systemic racism, that we see agents of the state murdering people on film. These are the same people that administer and facilitate the system, and you want us to turn to that system to help us fix that problem. It doesn't make any sense. So, no, we're not going to go to the system. Yes, we are going to light shit on fire. Yes, we are going to break shit. And yes, we are going to push for change. So, am I advocating violence? No. And let me differentiate. Violence is aggression towards other people. So, I don't advocate for violence. No, but I do advocate for aggressive action. Light the shit up. I don't care. As long as you're not actually hurting anybody physically, then this is what needs to happen. I mean, we're not left with any other option. We don't have anything else. You know, a young woman giving a speech in the Ebenezer Church in Atlanta, Georgia, said it perfectly. They're already taking our lives. They're already taking our rights. They're already taking our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers. The only thing we have left to lose is our chance for change. So I implore you, I beg you, when you see something, stand up and say something. It is your duty. Thank you.